my name is Elaine. Welcome to my channel. Today we'll be doing some quad stretches for tight quads. This is a follow long stretch routine that's great to do after you've gone for a run or if your lower body is feeling sore after a workout. The way this routine is structured is that we'll be doing some warm-up exercises and then diving into the routine where we'll be targeting our quads, our hips, and our glutes. Remember to stretch only as far as what's comfortable for you, hold it there, and then breathe slowly. Throughout this routine, I'll be reminding you to focus on your breath. You won't need any equipment, just some space and a soft surface like a yoga mat to stretch on. Without further ado, let's get started. We'll begin the stretch on all fours. Press your hips back into a downward facing dog. Pedaling out our feet 10 times. Make sure that you press your shoulders back so that they align with your hips. You should be able to draw a straight line from your wrist to your shoulder to your hips. This takes a bit of practice, but you'll get there. Next, we'll kick our right leg up towards the ceiling 10 times. Open your hips out and kick your butt 10 times with a flexed foot. Repeating on the next leg, lift your left leg up towards the ceiling and kick 10 times. Open your hips out and kick your butt 10 times. Gently bring your leg down, moving back into a wide-legged child's pose. Sitting back with your hips, extend your fingers out and press against the mat. Breathe here, nice and slowly. Shift your weight back and forth, feeling your hips and your upper body begin to open up. Now let's shift our weight forward into a low lunge. Making sure that your knee is aligned to your ankle. We'll be lifting our knee up and off the mat. We're doing this for 8 repetitions, pressing down with your back foot to help lift your knee. You should feel your quads and your hips begin to engage. Lifting our knee 2 more times. Now let's move into a lizard pose. Press your right knee outwards and lower yourself down onto the mat. If this position is a little bit too difficult for you today, you can support yourself with your hands. Gently lift yourself up. We'll be kicking with a flexed foot towards our body for 8 repetitions. Kick back nice and strong. Next, we'll be holding here in this position, or if you can reach back to grab your foot, you can do so. Keep your hip down as it tends to lift up in this position. If you can't reach your foot, you can just keep a flexed foot. Gently pull your foot towards your body. Now slowly let go. Shifting back on all fours as we bring our left leg forward into a low lunge. Again, we'll be pressing down with the back of our foot to lift our knee up 8 times. really using your quads to help lift your leg up. Squeeze and hold at the top to feel the stretch a little bit more. Lifting our knee 2 more times. Next, we'll be getting into a lizard pose. Lower down onto your forearms or remain in an upright position using your hands as support. Continuing to breathe here and letting your hips open up. Now gently walk yourself up, and we'll be doing 8 flexed foot kicks with the back foot, kicking inwards towards your body. Feeling a deep stretch in your hips and your quads. If you can, reach back with your left hand to grab your foot and pull it closer towards your butt. If you can't reach, remember you can just keep your foot flexed. Notice if your right hip is starting to lift up. Try to bring your right hip back down towards the mat to really open up your hips and your quads. Now we'll transition into a seated position. Let's do some windshield wiper legs, shifting our knees from one side to the other side to help reset our hips and quads. Now we'll be laying down on our front side. Bend your right leg, use both hands to pull your foot towards your body. Feeling a deep stretch in your quads. Pull a little bit deeper with both of your hands to feel more of a stretch. If you'd like, you can lift your thigh up off the mat to deepen the stretch. Gently place your knee back down and we'll be swapping sides, grabbing onto your left foot with both hands and pulling it towards your body. You should feel a nice quad stretch in this position. Now gently raise your thigh off the mat if you'd like to make this a little bit more challenging. Gently place your knee back down. Now we'll be doing a side quad stretch. Rolling onto our right side, grab onto your left leg and pull it towards your butt, feeling the stretch in your hip and your quads. Press your foot closer towards your butt to deepen the stretch, continuing to breathe here. This is a great stretch that you can do while you're in bed. Gently rolling over to the next side, extend one arm up to support your head as you grab onto the next leg, drawing your heel closer towards your butt, keeping your core engaged. Next, we'll be doing the reclined hero pose. Shift up into a seated position and place one leg next to your body. If you can lower yourself onto your forearms and breathe here. If you'd like a deeper stretch, you can move onto your back very gently. Feeling the stretch in your hips and your quads. Now gently getting up, and we'll be switching sides, bending your other leg towards your body and using your hands to support you. Gently lower yourself onto your forearms. If you'd like more of a stretch, you can walk down to your back. Holding here for just a bit, and now we'll slowly get up. Next, we'll be doing a full hero pose. By placing both feet back and then using our arms to gradually bring our bodies down. If you'd like, you can go all the way down onto the mat, or you can rest on your hands or on your forearms. If you're already on the ground and you'd like to deepen the stretch, use your hands to tilt your hips up towards the ceiling, feeling the stretch on the upper side of your hips. Let's make our way down into a narrow child's pose to give ourselves a bit of a rest. Breathing here nice and slowly, shifting your hips from side to side. For the final part of the stretch, we'll be doing a few pigeon poses. Starting in a plank position, bring your right foot towards the front of the mat, making sure that your foot is not directly beneath your hips. Check to see if your hips are square. They should be aligned. Now we'll be adding a twist. Turn your body towards the right side, holding on to your knee and your back thigh. And then we'll shift back into a pigeon pose. You can choose to lower down onto your forearm here if you feel that your hips are warm. Gently lifting ourselves up into a plank position. Shift our left leg forward into a pigeon pose. Again, checking to see if your hips are in a straight line. Continuing to breathe here. Next, we'll be adding a gentle twist towards the left side. Grab onto your back thigh and your knee for support. Now shifting into a deeper pigeon stretch by lowering onto our forearms. If this is too much, you can just stay in the upright position. One final breath here, and we are done this stretch. Thanks so much for stretching with me today. I hope that you enjoyed the quad stretches in this video. If you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button to see more videos from me. Give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section below what helps you stretch regularly, or is that something that you struggle with. Let's stretch again soon.